أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to everybody, all the students who have arrived on time. Jazakumullah for arriving on time. Well done. Just a quick reminder, as per usual, your head should be covered. Boys and girls, please. Tifl and Nasirat, all of your heads should be covered. You should have done your wudu, and you need to make sure that your ID numbers are correct. Okay, we will begin the class today with our beginning dua as we usually do, but then there are lots of important announcements to make, as says on the screen. So you need to make sure your parents are available, mother or father or somebody older that is going to be able to listen to all the announcements and may have to take notes. Okay, so if we can have a student for our opening dua.
Assalamu alaikum. Our first student is A5340.
A5340.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, your voice is quite quiet, so I was just wondering if you could hear me. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to start with Tawur and Tasmiyah and our opening dua. Okay, so you ready? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
And the translation, would you like to read that?
Oh my Lord, increase me in my knowledge. Taha 115.
Excellent, well done. So this is the translation and this is the verse and the chapter of the Quran where we would find it. Jazakumullah, thank you so much. A5340. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so we will be having our normal lesson for half the lesson today, but we will be also having our parent-teacher meeting starting at 6:30. So please, parents, be available at 6:30 for our parent and teacher meeting then. Before that, we just have a few announcements, which again, the parents need to take note of or the students need to take note of. Okay, so our first announcement is about our Nazm competition or Nazm concluding session, which is going to be on Friday, the 13th of December. That's not this Friday, not this week, but the following Friday, which is the concluding session. Okay, and in order to take part in this, if you would like to be considered for a Nazm at the concluding session, you have to make a recording of either of these, and I will explain those now. So this is Fazail-e-Quran Majid, okay, and this is found in Dur-e-Samin. The Nazm will be found in Dur-e-Samin, and the verse where we will start is Jamal-o-Husn-e-Quran, going up to Hamara Chand Quran Hai. Hamara Chand Quran Hai. You need 4 to 5 verses. So this is just a couplet here, which starts here and ends here. So 4 to 5 shared, 4 to 5 verses, which you would need to recite. Okay, you would need to make a recording of that. The other option is Quran Sabse Acha. Again, 4 to 5 shared, 4 to 5 couplets. If any of you want to take part in maybe being considered for the Nazm at the concluding session next Friday, the 13th of December, you will need to record yourself with either of these two Nazms, and you then need to send your recording to info, I-N-F-O, at nqc.org.uk. Okay? Once you've sent your recording, you need to make sure that you write G1 Nazm submission in the subject box, and in the body of the email, the main part of the email, you must include your student name and your G1 ID number. Okay, it's the same email that when you registered to take part in the G1 classes, the same email you use then, but you do need to write the in the subject box G1 Nazm submission, because that way we will know where to direct the email. Okay, and the deadline for the Nazm competition or the Nazm taking part in the concluding session is Friday the 6th of December at 9 p.m. So that's this Friday. You need to have done your recording and you need to have submitted it to this address. Okay, that's the first announcement, right? Second announcement is about the concluding session for Tilawat. Okay, for tilawat at the concluding session, again, same day, Friday the 13th of December, right? You need to send a recording of Al-Fatiha or Al-Kawthar. Okay, so you need to record either of these two and then send them again to info@nqc.org.uk. Okay, in this time, in the subject box, you will need to write G1 Tilawat submission in the subject box. Okay, not Nazm now, Tilawat. And in the body of the email, again, your student name and your G1 ID number. Makes it easier for us to direct the email to the right people. Right? Again, the deadline for this is Friday the 6th of December at 9 p.m. You have to submit your recordings by this day. Okay? So I hope everybody's been able to write that down or taken a picture on their screen of both of these two sheets. This is the concluding session for Tilawat and the concluding session for Nazm. Okay, if you are interested, then please, please, please make your recording, send it in. It would be lovely to hear all of your recordings, and we'll get to know who is going to be in our final session. Okay, again, in our final session, we often have a guest speaker, Imam Sahib or Amir Sahib or somebody that comes in and talks to us for a little while as well. So it's a very nice session to be a part of. Right? Okay, so the main information for the parents is given. Next information for parents is that today at around 6:30, so in about 25 minutes, we will be having a parent-teacher, another teacher or parent-teacher meeting in which we would like some feedback about the course. Now, this is specifically for your parents or an elder, somebody else that's going to be able to give us some feedback. These are some of the things that we're going to be discussing: duration, pace, content, ideas for future courses, availability of resources, recordings, and communication. And these are just questions and things that I would like your parents to think about now, so that when they come back at 6:30, if they need to say anything, they'll know exactly what they want to ask or what they want to contribute to this parent-teacher meeting. Okay, so did the course keep the students interested? Could something else have been incorporated to make the learning more fun? We have a very, very dedicated team, mashallah, of teachers and support teachers, and we are always trying to improve the way that we teach all of the students on the course. So we really, really value everybody's feedback. So these are just some of the things that we'd like you to think about. So in a few minutes' time, in about 20, 25 minutes' time, we will come back to your parents and we'll, inshallah, have a good conversation with them. Right, so without any further ado, back to what we are going to be doing today, which is another part of our miscellaneous rules. Okay, and today we are looking at blank alif. Okay, we've had our session, we started our session, we've had our dua, we've given you the announcements, so we're going to go straight on, get some of our lesson done, and then we've got our parent-teacher meeting. Okay, so blank alif. This is, again, another rule that we're going over all the miscellaneous rules at the moment, all the extra small rules that students will need to know. So this is another of those rules, that some Quranic words start with a blank alif. Now, blank alif means an alif which doesn't have a stroke, like here. Just highlight that. Right? So this alif here, blank alif here. Okay, an unvoweled letter. It has the following rules. Okay, so there's 3 rules for this blank alif which we're going to go over today. The first one here is, it says when there is a blank alif, we'll always take a fatha if the next letter is lam sakin or lam mushaddad. So as you can see here, we have a lam. Okay, so this blank alif will be pronounced with a fatha. Okay, now I know that there's no sakin or there's no sukoon here, it's not a lam sakin, and there's no shadda here, but that's just part of Arabic grammar that it's not written on. So then we have to join the alif to the ra, which is the next letter. But otherwise, there will be a shadda on the lam or a sukoon on the lam, okay, which tells us that this blank alif will be pronounced with a fatha on top of it. Okay. So if we have our first student, we'll go through with the student how we are going to pronounce this.
Yes, our first Nasirat is N6331.
N6331. Well, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for asking. So, it's a very simple rule. What happens is sometimes when you're reading the Quran or when you're reading the words, you'll see a blank alif at the beginning of a word and you don't know how to pronounce it because it's just an alif and it has no stroke on it. So we're just trying to figure out today, and we're going to go through today what stroke we'll put on this blank alif, right? So if you can see this first example here, right, so this word here, as you can see, the first letter is an alif. It has no stroke, so we don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, but the rule is that if it's a lam or lam sakin or a lam mushaddad, then we will put a fatha on the alif and we will pronounce it like this. Okay, so the way that we will pronounce this is ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Good, well done. So you've just put a fatha on top of the alif. Okay, when you see it in the Quran, there won't be a fatha there. So it's something that you do need to remember. That if there's a lam sakin or a lam mushaddad, then you put a fatha on the alif. Okay, so for example, this next one here.
A teacher.
Yes.
Can I do it by myself?
Yeah, once we've gone through it once, I'm going to ask you to do the whole section by yourself. Okay, let's just go through it once together as a class. Okay, so again, we have this word here, we have a blank alif, so we don't know how to pronounce it, but because the next letter is a lam with a schoon on top, lam sakin, we'll pronounce it like this. Al-Maliku.
Al-Maliku.
Beautiful, well done, excellent. Right? Again, blank alif, next letter lam mushaddad, so we'll pronounce it like this. Oh. We'll pronounce it like this. Alladhi.
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 Beautiful, much better, excellent, well done. Again, last one here. We have an alif. We have an alif with a lam here. And again, same rule applies. We pronounce alif with a fatha. So it would be As-salamu.
As-salamu.
Good, well done, excellent. So now we're going to go through, we're going to go from the top, and I want you to pronounce each of the words. So let's try this one first.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Beautiful. Next one.
Al-Maliku.
Good, well done. Next one.
Allazi.
Okay, how do we pronounce this letter here?
The.
Excellent, well done. Remember, put your tongue should touch your front teeth and you make a th sound. The. Beautiful. Can you do the whole word again for me, please?
Allazi.
Well done. And this one, last one here.
As-salamu.
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 Well done. Excellent. So you're understanding the rule straight away that if you see a blank alif and the next letter is the lam, yes, that you have to put a fatha on there. Very good. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. N6331. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, can we have another student, please?
Yes, our next student is A5313.
A5313.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well. Jazakumullah. Thank you. Alhamdulillah. And Jazakumullah for asking. So are you understanding this rule okay?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you see a blank alif and the next letter is a lam sakin or a lam mushaddad, if you see a lam there, then you will put a fatha on the alif. Okay, so let's see. Can you pronounce this one for me, please?
I've got a question.
Yes.
Under the one with the jim, the
Under
one
the-
next to as-salamu.
This one.
Yeah, the one after it.
Okay, that's a different rule. We're just looking at this rule at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go on to this second one in a moment. At the moment, we're just looking at this rule. So if there's a blank alif and the next letter is a lam, then you would put a fatha on the alif, like is here. Okay, we're going to go over this rule in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, good, well done. Okay, so do you want to start from here then?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. Do you want to have a go at this?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go.
الرحمن
Beautiful, well done, excellent. Next one.
الملك
Beautiful, excellent, well done. You took your time. You tried to make sure you did them all correctly. Very good. Al-Maliku.
الملك
Well done, good. Next one.
الذي
Try again. Make sure you say this and you harden the lam there because it's a lam mashadda.
الذي
Good. Alladhi.
الذي
Well done, excellent. And this last one here.
السلام
Well done, excellent. Assalamu.
السلام.
Excellent, well done. Jazakumullah A5313. That was lovely recitation.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Good. Excellent. So we've gone over this. It's just something you need to learn. There's a lam and you see a blank alif before it. It goes with a fatha on top. Lam mashaddad or lam sakin. Okay. We're now going to go to this last one over here. Okay. Which says, if the very first mutaharik vowed letter of such a word bears a dhamma, the blank alif will take a dhamma. Okay. Now, a mutaharik vowed letter is a letter which has, for example, a dhamma on top. For this example, it's the letter which has the dhamma on top. I don't want to highlight it if it's going to make everything confusing. So the ta is not considered a vowed letter because it has a sukun. It's the ta sakin. Okay, but the lam is the vowed letter. So the first vowed letter, if that has a dhamma, then the alif will also take a dhamma. Okay, so you can see in all these examples, the first vowed letter has a dhamma. Okay, here you have tu, here you have lu, here you have ju, here you have ku. Okay, so the first vowed letter is a dhamma, then the alif will also be a dhamma. Right? So, for example, in this first example here, okay, we have uqtulu. And you can see that dhamma has been put on here, so we know how to pronounce it. Uqtulu. Okay. If we have a student on the line, we'll go through the rest of these examples.
Yes, our next student is N6346.
N6346. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. You understanding everything so far?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So we've had our first rule, which is if there's a lam, mushaddad lam sakin, and they have a blank alif before, you put a fatha on top. In this example now, if the first stroked letter, or the first, mutaharik vowed letter is a dhamma, then the alif will also carry a dhamma, even though you won't see it on top, but you know that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so in this first case, how are we going to pronounce this? Uqtulu.
Uqtulu.
Good. Remember, this is qaf is qalqala, so you have to make a slight jerk there. Uqtulu.
Uqtulu.
Right, next one. Utlu.
Utlu.
Ut. Now you don't make a jerk on the ta. You have to be soft. Utlu.
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 Much better. Excellent. Once more. Utlu.
Utlu.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. So next one. Don't know what's going on with my highlighter today. This one here. Usjudu.
Usjudu.
Well done. And the last one here. Udhkuru.
اذكروا
اذكروا.
اذكروا
Good. How do we pronounce this letter?
الزال
Dhal. Put your tongue all the way to your teeth and make a th sound.
اذلوا اذكروا
Good. Well done. Much better. Udhkuru.
اذكروا
Well done. Excellent. Now, we're going to go from the beginning. I'm not going to highlight that. So, how will we pronounce this one?
اقتلوا
Very good. Next one.
قتلوا
Utlu.
قتلوا
Okay. We don't want to make a jerk on the ta. Utlu.
قتلوا
Well done. Utlu.
قتلوا
Utlu.
قتلوا
Okay. Make sure you don't jerk that. Okay. So keep practicing. Make sure you don't jerk. Utlu.
قتلوا
Excellent. Much better. So make sure you do it like that. Make sure you practice. Okay. Next one. This one.
اسجدوا
Very nice. And the last one.
اذكروا
Good. Well done. Elongate that for 2 seconds once more.
اذكروا
Udhkuru.
اذكروا
Good. Because that's a vowel madda at the end. You have to elongate that sound for 2 seconds. Very good. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. And 6346.
جزاك الله
Allah Hafiz. Good. We can have another student, please.
Yes, A5347.
A5347.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good. How are
Excellent.
you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Understanding everything okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm just going to ask you these words again, and you need to tell me how you're going to say them. This one here. A'udhu billah. Tawud and tasbih.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Off we go from here.
اقتلوا
Good. Make sure you do a jerk there because it's qalqala letter. Uqtulu.
اقتلوا
Next one.
اقتلوا
Very good. Next one.
اسجدوا
Very nice. And this one here.
اذكروا
Very good. Excellent. Jazakumullah A5347. That was really nice recitation. Well done. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, excellent. Good. So we have looked at if we have a lam, sakin or lam mushaddad, and we have a lam with that blank alif at the beginning, you put a fatha. If you have a blank alif and the first voweled letter, mutaharik letter, has a dhamma, then you put a dhamma on the alif. Okay. Now, for the final rule, and now we're going into the middle now, but if the second or third letter of such a word has a fatha or a kasra, the blank alif will take a kasra. Okay, so we've looked at when it would have a fatha, we've looked at when it would have a dhamma, we are now looking at when it would have a kasra. Okay, so the second or third letter of such a word has a fatha or a kasra, the blank alif will take a kasra. So the second or third letter, here we have the third, look, we have an alif, we have an ayn, we have a lam. The lam has a fatha, so the alif will have a kasra here. Okay, again, over here, ta has a fatha, so the alif has a kasra. Over here, second or third letter. So we have an alif, we have a ra sakin, and we have a jim with a kasra. Okay, so the alif will take a kasra. Again, over here, the third letter, 1, 2, 3, is a ba. The ba has a kasra, so the alif will take a kasra. Okay, so it can be a fatha or a kasra. The blank alif will take a kasra every time. Right, so if we have a student on the line, we'll go through this one as well.
Yes, N6304.
N6304. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Excellent, good. And you're understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So in this first case here, we're going to put a blank. We're going to, on the blank alif, we're going to put a kasra. So we're going to have i'lamu.
I'lamu.
My highlighter is not working properly today. I'lamu.
I'lamu.
Good. You have to work on this ayn. It can be difficult, but when you join it, i'lamu.
I'lamu.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Again, we've got a blank alif. We've got a fatha here. So it's ittaqu.
Ittaqu.
Very nice. Well done. Okay, next one. Again, blank alif, third letter has a kasra. We have irji'i.
Irji'i.
Okay, we have to elongate that because that's a ya madda at the end. Irji'i.
Irji'i.
Okay, and the last one here. Ihbitu.
Ihbitu.
Good. Once more. Ihbitu.
Ihbitu.
Very nice. Now, we're going to go through this once more. Okay, can you tell me how would we do this one?
I'lamu.
Good. I'lamu.
I'lamu.
Good. We just have to work on that ayn. Okay, well done. Excellent. Next one.
Ittaqu.
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 Good. Make sure you elongate because you've got waw madda there, so you have to elongate for 2 seconds. Well done. Next one.
Irji'i.
Okay, what are we going to put on this alif, blank alif? What stroke is that going to have?
Fatha.
It will have a kasra. Yeah? A kasra. See, like this. Because the jim here has a kasra as well. So, irji'i.
Irji'i.
Okay? Again, work on the ayn and make sure you elongate that for 2 seconds. Okay? And this one here, how are we going to say this one?
Ihtibu. Ihbitu.
Very nice. Once more, make sure you elongate with the waw madda at the end.
Ihbitu.
Much better. Excellent. Well done. Very, very nice. Jazakallah. Make sure you keep working on your ayn. It is a difficult one, but you just need to keep working on it. Slow yourself down and make sure you work on that pronunciation. And you need to remember that when there is a blank alif and the second or third letter have a fatha or a kasra, then the blank alif will also have a kasra. Okay? Excellent. Jazakumullah.
Asana.
Allah Hafiz. If we can have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is A5334.
A5334. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding the rules okay today?
Yes.
Excellent. So we're going to try and do this one here. What stroke will this alif take?
Kasra.
Excellent. Good. So if you're off you go. Tawuz and tasmiyah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Off you go.
Allamu.
Okay, we have this word here. And we have to pronounce it like this. I'lamu.
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 Good. Okay, next one.
Ittaqu.
Well done. Make sure you elongate that nicely once more.
Ittaqu.
Very good. Next one.
Uqtulu.
Can you see where my highlighter is? Over here?
Irji'i.
Good. Once more.
G-E.
Good. And the last one here?
B2.
Very nice. Jazakumullah A5334. That was lovely recitation. Well done. Excellent. Okay. So we've gone through our rules. If we have a blank alif, the next letter is a lam, sakin, lam, mushaddad, then the blank alif will always take a fatha. If we have a blank alif and the first mutaharik, that means a vowed letter, has a dhamma, then the alif will also take a dhamma. Okay? And in the other cases where you have a blank alif and the second or third letter has either a fatha or a kasra, then the alif will take a kasra. Okay, so please practice this, and we'll go over this again. I'll show you your homework, which is to practice this at the end of the lesson. I'll show you briefly now. The blank alif, this is a rule that needs to be understood for another topic also, so please practice, and we'll go over it tomorrow as well. Practice exercise 22.10, page 93. Okay, Jazakumullah all the students for your help today. Beautiful recitation, mashallah. We are now going to go on to our parent-teacher consultation, which again, let me just explain again for those parents that maybe didn't hear at the beginning of the session. Mashallah, all of the teachers are a very dedicated team, and everybody is always trying to improve when they are teaching the Quran Majid to the students, because we want the students to love, to not only learn the Quran Majid, but to also have a love for learning the Quran Majid. And just as everything improves in life, we as teachers can improve, and we would like to have your feedback about what you feel about the course, how it's been going so far. And obviously we've only got a sort of week and a half left, but we have another course next time. You know, we're going to continue to do these courses, and we would like to have as much input from the parents, positive input, that we can help to improve ourselves as a group. So we would really, really appreciate any feedback that you can give us on this, about maybe the duration of the course, the pace of the course, how you felt about that, the content, what was covered, idea for future courses, availability of the resources, and the recordings, how you were finding those, and any other communication, and how your student, how your child or the child that you were with, how did they find the course? Were they interested? Could something else have been incorporated to make the learning more fun or to help the learning? And anything else which you wish to bring to our attention. Now, obviously, we don't have so much time that we can listen to all of the parents, but we will try to listen to as many parents as possible. And also, if you could use the raising of your hand button in the participants list, if you do have a point, that will make it easier for us to know which parents definitely want to contribute. And then if there's any extra time, we will ask the other parents as well. If your point is not heard, please do email us and let us know. We really want to have your feedback, because we want to improve our courses every time. Okay, so if we can start, the discipline in charge will choose, just as we normally choose with a student, because that way we know the ID number, and it's much easier for us to keep track to make sure that we're listening to as many parents as possible. So please use the raise your hand button on your child's participation list or participants list, and that way we can pick you and we can get some feedback from you. Jazakumullah, thank you so much.
Okay, so N6331.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Do you have your parent there that wants to make some kind of feedback today? Hello?
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Gee, this N6331.
331, yes.
Yes,
She's my daughter.
yes. Assalamu alaikum. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Excellent, good. We just wanted some feedback, wanted some ideas, how you think the class is going, how your daughter is coping with the pace of the class, what you think could be improved, what you think is good maybe that we can continue to do in future as well.
Yeah, inshallah, I will definitely continue this class, and I'm very, very happy. Even I'm also very learn this your classes, your sessions. Every day I sit with Atika, and I learn too much. So, and yeah, I'm very happy. She's
Okay.
happy. Also, my son told me, Mama, can I? मेरा बेटा भी कहता है कि मम्मा क्या मैं भी क्लास ज्वाइन कर सकता हूँ?
Oh, mashallah, mashallah, excellent. This is the plan, that we want everybody to want to come to the classes and join and learn as much as they possibly can. And also, I think it's beautiful if the parents are sitting and learning at the same time, because that way they can help support and help with the revision and the homework for the students as well. So that's lovely. Jazakumullah, that's beautiful feedback. Any other things that you feel that we could help with or improve with in future lessons?
Yes.
जी.
बिल्कुल. इंशाल्लाह मैं फ्यूचर में भी प्लीज मैं करना चाहती हूँ. तो अब मुझे अब ये 13th of December जो फिनिश क्लास.
जी. हाँ जी, क्लासेस 13th of December को आखिरी क्लास है, उसमें कंक्लूडिंग सेशन होगा. तो फिर उसके बाद इंशाल्लाह अगले टर्म में हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम एक नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे जाएं, जिसमें हम बच्चों को थोड़ा सा कुरान मजीद, जैसे हम पिछले दिनों में कुरान मजीद शुरू किया हमने बच्चों के साथ, छोटे छोटे सूरों के साथ. अब इंशाल्लाह हम आगे से भी हम यही चाहते हैं कि जो बच्चे इस क्लास से ग्रेजुएट कह दें हो जाएं, जो इस क्लास को कंप्लीट कर दें और बेसिक्स में सारे कॉम्पिटेंट हो, तो फिर इंशाल्लाह फर्दर टीचिंग उनके लिए हो जाएगी अगले सेशन में. लेकिन जो बच्चे बिगिनर्स में हैं वो यही क्लास G1 में ही रहेंगे, और अगले सेशन जब शुरू होगा तो वो ये क्लास शुरू कर सकते हैं फिर से.
क्या मुझे दोबारा एनरोलमेंट करवानी पड़ेगी?
जी. नेक्स्ट, अगर नेक्स्ट क्लास करनी होगी तो फिर दोबारा एनरोलमेंट होगी उसके बाद.
ओके, तो मैं वो कैसे करूंगी? ये तो
वो अभी वो इन्फॉर्मेशन सारा हम आखिरी सेशन में आपको देंगे. फिर वो आखिरी सेशन में बताया जाएगा कि कैसे आप नेक्स्ट क्लास में एनरोल हो सकते हैं.
Okay, fine.
Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, if we could have another parent, another student.
Yeah, maybe A5313.
A5313. Assalamu alaikum. A5313. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Congratulations on the course.
Oh, Jazakumullah.
Son has really liked it.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
He's very excited. Alhamdulillah, he's really enjoyed it. One of the points that I think for him is that doing it every day, because he is quite young.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
For concentration wise, so I was thinking maybe instead of it being an hour long, maybe for younger students, if it's 45 minutes.
Okay.
Because,
we'll look into that.
By the end of the time, to get him to concentrate for an hour can be quite
hard. Yeah. Obviously, mashallah, we have so many students, as you've seen, so sometimes it does take a long time to get round to all of them, to listen to all of them. So we just wanted to sort of get as many students involved in one lesson as possible. But yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. Sometimes the younger students do find it much harder to concentrate for the full hour. Jazakum. Yes. Any other points? I am writing these notes down. So any mother or father that wants to give me notes, I can make, because I think it's really important that we convey this back to our headmaster as well, so that we know how to improve our classes.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, I'm actually very proud of him that he's managed to do the whole course.
Mashallah, very good.
To sit down and do it. So alhamdulillah, but just for future, maybe for younger students.
For the younger students. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah for your comment. That's brilliant. It's lovely to have these comments back from the parents. So thank you so much for that. Okay, Jazakumullah. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Okay, brilliant. So if we could have another parent, please.
Yes. N6333.
N6333. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. How are you finding the class? How is your daughter finding the class?
It's been really, really good. It's been a great tool for my children.
Excellent.
So I think you've done a great job. I can't commend it enough, and I'm
Alhamdulillah.
Respect for the dedication of the teaching staff.
Alhamdulillah.
I had just a couple of suggestions.
Yeah.
So I think for the first class, you know, when you went, the day teacher on that day went through all the rules and stuff, I think that should be a session maybe with parents only.
Okay.
I don't think it's so relevant for the children, you know. It was quite difficult to get through that first session with the kids. And I think that often what happens is when there's a new rule, the teachers tend to read out from the textbook, and the language isn't so appropriate for younger children.
Okay.
So, and I think that's getting there. I don't think they understand it until you get to the practical bit. So
yes,
I whether that could be sort of simplified in terms of the language instead of just reading out from the textbook.
Okay.
And I think in conjunction with that, maybe if you could have like a paint type tool. So often on a couple of especially beginning classes, teachers would scroll through the pages trying to find a particular example. And as a viewer, on the other side of it, it's quite difficult to see like the screen just going up and down, and you feel quite dizzy.
Okay.
So if there was some sort of like paint tool where you could just draw whatever example you're trying to have on a different tab.
Okay. So what? I'm sorry, I don't really understand what the paint tool is. So it means actually just like, writing out the example separately.
Yeah. So the Microsoft Office program Paint, where you could just draw out, like, I don't know, if you wanted to explain boo or bolmad or whatever, instead of scrolling up and down pages and finding a particular example in the textbook, if you had like another tab open, you could just click on that and draw it out there and then.
Okay, that's an interesting option we can look into, and definitely discuss that with the head teacher as well. So having it rather than, you're saying what happens is when you're seeing the screen and the screen is moving, it becomes
because sometimes I know the teachers, obviously you know exactly, you've been through the course, you know what examples are in the book and stuff, but when you're looking at it on a screen, and especially with the kids, sometimes the screen is just moving up and down too much.
That makes sense. Okay, so definitely that's something we can. It gets a bit disorientating when you're watching it. On the other side. Okay, okay, that makes sense.
But otherwise, I thought it was great. Particularly, like, I think, there was that one session where you went through like the story of the Quran and the first revelation. It was all really, really engaging. So
we want to. Any other presentations that you as parents would like for us to do with the children, we'd love to have feedback about that, because it's important for us to know what the children really need and what they want. So it's lovely to have short presentations. It breaks up the lesson and things as well.
I thought that was great.
Okay, brilliant. Jazakumullah, that's so great. Brilliant feedback. Thank you so much. Jazakallah, thank you so much. That's really, really good feedback for us. Jazakallah. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Okay, we'll move to A5334.
A5334.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, excellent.
Yeah. आप ठीक हैं?
हाँ जी, शुक्र अल्लाह का, बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक जी।
जी, मैंने बस यही बताना था कि मैं बहुत हैप्पी हूँ क्लास के लिए। मैं खुद बहुत ज़्यादा लर्न कर रही हूँ इस क्लास से।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, यही प्लान है कि सब लर्न करें, पूरे फैमिली, पूरे खानदान लर्न करे क्लासेस से। जी बिल्कुल
जी बिल्कुल, क्योंकि मैं बहुत स्केर्ड थी कि मैं अपने बेटे को कैसे कुरान पर खत्म कराऊंगी, लेकिन वो बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प हो रही है इस क्लास से।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। बस दुआ करे अल्लाह ताला हमें भी तौफीक दे कि हम ये करते रहें इसी तरह के क्लासेस।
अल्लाह ताला जज़ा दे आपको। तो मैं बहुत हैप्पी हूँ इस क्लास के लिए।
और कोई और भी फीडबैक, कोई ऐसी चीजें जिससे आपको लगेगा कि ज्यादा इंप्रूव होगा?
पूछना था तो वो अब पता चल गया कि एनरोलमेंट करानी पड़ेगी दोबारा से। मैं ये डाउट थी कि वो किस तरह से होएगा।
जी, वो आखिरी सेशन में वो सारा कुछ समझाया जाएगा कि कैसे एनरोलमेंट होगी, अगले क्लास में क्या होगा, वो सारा कुछ आखिरी सेशन में हमारे जो हमारे जो इंचार्ज वो सारा इंफॉर्मेशन दे देंगे आप सबको, सब पेरेंट्स को। ओके, जज़ाकल्लाह, अल्लाह हाफिज़, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। Okay, if we could have another parent, please.
Yes, N6312.
N6312.
No, let's see that one. Let's see you.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam.
What is it? I wanted to ask, when is the next G1 test?
The next G1 test?
Yes.
I'm not sure when we're having the next test yet. We've got this week where we're going to start, where we're looking at the beginning the Quran. So the G1 in charge didn't definitely say that there would definitely be another test, but it's just about continuing the practice and making sure that you understand everything. That's the most important thing.
I also wanted to say, what is it? My sister's doing really well on the G1 classes.
She's enjoying them?
Yeah, but she falls asleep throughout them sometimes.
Sometimes she falls asleep, okay. So it's difficult to keep her occupied throughout the whole class.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? How do you think we can help to counter that? What would keep her more engaged in the class, do you think?
Maybe if, like, what is her name was called, somewhere near the end. Because she's never done the ending. I don't think she's done the ending prayer before.
Sorry, the ending of what, sorry?
The ending prayer for the end of the lessons.
Okay. So maybe calling her towards the end of the class.
Yeah.
Okay. Tika, is there anything else that you think that would help to keep her occupied, like throughout the class, to help her keep her interested and occupied?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah for your help and your feedback. That's really, really useful. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, if we could have another parent, please.
Yeah, let's move on to A5314.
A5314. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Shukar laka, theek thaak. Alhamdulillah. Aap
Thank
kaise
you very
hain?
much for the very knowledgeable classes that you have given to us. We learned a lot about from you guys.
Alhamdulillah.
I just noticed one thing. I mean, it's good, 1 hour class for the adults, but for the kids, it's very hard to make them sit for 1 hour.
Yes, yeah.
Without doing anything. I mean, my son, I know that he never gave 100% attention. I mean, he was distracted here and there, but yeah, he was listening, but not looking at the screen, properly.
Yeah.
But he learned a lot, and I learned a lot because I am still teaching him Quran. So we are on the 7th part, which will be very, his understanding is better.
Alhamdulillah.
When he's reciting Quran with me every day, he does, whatever he learned, he put, attention there. What is this next word? How it needs to be prolonged, everything,
Mm-hmm. Do you find that the having the class has been a good tool for yourself in order to help
Definitely,
him?
yes.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, I find it's very, 3 months. I know it's 3 months, long time, but I find it should have been a bit more.
Acha, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you have? What would you have?
You covered everything, how to recite and the basic all, rules and everything. But my son, he is lacking in, he's still not reading fluently, It will take time, I know, when we will go through his own 7th sipara at the moment. But yeah, I mean, his fluency is lacking, there is, he's still breaking apart in between when he is reading.
Yeah. Okay. So inshallah, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, that inshallah there is going to be a follow-on inshallah course from this.
Yeah.
We'll be focusing on Quran and fluency and building that confidence, because I think a lot of the issues where the students, because obviously it's a new language for them, so it's building that confidence that they are able to recognize everything, and that then will build fluency, just like it does when they go to school and they read English.
Exactly.
They don't.
They should be engaged.
The more they practice, the more they practice.
Free that there will be no class after 13th.
Yeah, but inshallah we will be having another class which will be focused on Quranic reading, on the actual reading the actual Quran, the shorter surahs as well. So that helps to bring confidence and fluency. But that's a lovely point. I'm going to definitely mention that to Headmaster, that either this course be longer or because for a lot of parents sometimes it's difficult to do. This is obviously a 12-week course. So inshallah we want to keep that up. Some parents find that difficult, so we just have to try and we want to do as much as we can.
We learned a lot, and we enjoyed really the classes. We haven't missed, only if we are stuck somewhere else, only missed then. Alhamdulillah. Definitely beneficial for all of us.
For the whole family. Excellent. Alhamdulillah, that's what we like to hear. Good. I mean, this is another thing. This is why we say we like the parents to be involved and being with the child, because it is a tool for parents as well. If they understand, then they can help the child to study and read on. So Jazakumullah, that's great feedback, and I'll definitely feed that back to the Headmaster as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Excellent. We've got some really lovely feedback here, and any other parents that would like to feedback, please do feedback now, or as I said, email us with your suggestions as well. That would really, really help. So if we can have another parent, please.
Yeah, let's Say from N6351.
N6351. Yep.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So it's Alhamdulillah, it was really, really good. So children really enjoyed it, and
Alhamdulillah.
Jazakallah for your efforts. So it's just a quick feedback coming directly from my son, actually.
Yeah, yep.
He wanted to listen more of those stories, like the first revelation of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Okay,
maybe you can introduce more of the stories about the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his stuff, Quran and the Prophet
Islam.
So
Yep.
my son will really appreciate it.
The presentations and the short stories. Brilliant. Okay. No, that's really helpful, because as I said, inshallah, when we start our next course, we will also be looking at maybe some of the stories in the Quran and other things as well. So that's really good to know that the children and the students enjoy those, because if they enjoy them, then they'll learn more and it will keep them interested. So that's lovely feedback. Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah.
Anything else that you would you wanted to feedback on?
No, nothing else. Jazakumullah, ahsan al-jaza for your efforts.
Ahsan al-jaza. Thank you so much for your feedback. Shukriya. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, if we can have another parent, please.
A5341.
A5341.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Excellent.
Jazakallah for the classes. They were really, really helpful. My son had already finished the Quran once when he joined the classes, but he improved a lot in terms of like learning the rules, names actually.
Yes.
When he read it first time, he did learn with the new rules and everything, but he didn't know the names of them. So it really helped him. I just had a suggestion that, if you keep classes with less students, so they can get more chance to revise and more chance to practice the rules. Because you had lots of students, and they didn't get a chance that often to come on the mic and actually start revise with the teacher and practice with the teacher. So I just had that in mind. If you could do something.
No, that's a lovely suggestion. It's really, and it is very important that all the students are able to be heard. And again, like I said, often there's sort of around 40 to 45 students
engaged as well, because they know that they might not be.
They might be called. Yes, definitely.
For that reason, I think it will be good for them to keeping them engaged as well as they practice more. So it will help them more, I think.
Yeah. Yes, we did. I think in the first course we did have less students. Obviously, with the resources that we have and the amount of teachers that we have, the amount of time that is being given, we would love to be able to have smaller classes where more students could be heard. It's about resources. It's about wanting to be able to give this information to as many students as possible.
That's true.
There's one of the things that we really, we want to be able to teach however many students we can. Obviously we can't keep 100 in the class, but we want to be able to do that. So I really do appreciate your feedback there. It does make such a difference if there's more students can be heard during the class, and inshallah we'll work on that, and having more teachers and more availability of teachers will help, obviously, how many students can be heard in future as well. So no, Jazakumullah, that's really good advice and really good feedback for us as well.
Jazakumullah for your help. It was really.
Thank you so much. Allah. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Hafiz. Okay, I think we've got enough time for another feedback.
Okay. N6327.
N6327.
Yeah, Anji, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Kya hal chal hai? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Yes, I'd love to have your feedback, please.
It was a very, very good class. My kids enjoyed it. My both children, my son and my daughter, they had a lot of fun having these classes.
Alhamdulillah.
Just, what I wanted to say is in regards of the Quran Majid, to make them aware what is the importance of the Quran Majid. Sometimes they are not realized properly why they're sitting and why they're learning it. It should be something in the content, in the whole content, that they understand why it is so important to read the Quran or understand the Quran, and how to behave during the Quran Majid, reading or listening. Because we as a parent, we try to teach them, of course, but sometimes they don't listen to you as a parent, and they listen more to other people.
As to their teachers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we often have that situation. Yes.
And this is like, this is one thing which I wanted to be more like, because I can teach them as much as I want. Some they're not listening that well as they did to another person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Did they listen to the presentation we had about the etiquettes of reading the Quran?
Yes, they were always there. I think so. One class in the whole session, whole time, they missed just one class. But
Okay.
we're aware
So
of.
it's that you're saying something that throughout the term, if we keep reminding them and having small things to help them to understand the importance of reading the Quran. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
During the whole time, and the other stuff which the other children were doing, turning on their mics or their cameras, it should be really like, because when they see one child, they try to do it as well. My daughter did it, I think so, once, which I was really angry about with her. And I think
I mean, I think these things, obviously, we understand as well. They are children, but we do try to, as the discipline in charge is in the classroom, the main teacher is in the classroom. So we do try to coax the children into always understanding and recognizing it. It's not respectful to put these things on when everybody else is in the class. So no, definitely, I think this is a very important point that I think, you know, all the children need to hear and learn as well. So no, definitely, that's really good feedback for us. These are all points, like I said before, that I'm making notes on so that I can feed them back to headmaster and our in charge, so that we can know how we can improve the class in future. So that's really helpful.
Mashallah, but it was a very, very nice class, and I'm still as well with the children learning.
Alhamdulillah.
Some little points which you miss most of the time during reading the Quran, and this was so helpful for us as well. And I will be happy if the class will continue with any other as well, with the, as you told already, with the other disciplines, that they start learning the reading the Quran.
Like as the last few lessons we've had, where we've started looking at the short surahs, and again that keeps the interest there as well. But inshallah, yes, to know how to fluently read those, it gives the child more confidence, and they feel more comfortable, and then they enjoy it more, just as they would in any subject. As soon as you start understanding it, you enjoy doing it more. So no, that's definitely useful information for us to have, and we'll keep that in mind. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your feedback. That's really
little question.
Gigi.
Assalamu alaikum, kya haal hai?
Wa alaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good as well.
Alhamdulillah.
In the middle of half an hour of the class, can we have a little break where we can stand up and stretch?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, we can think about that. Yep. A stretching break.
Yeah, stretching break for 5 minutes, something like that.
That's a very good idea. Yes, stretching break. I think that's useful for teachers as well. Yes. So definitely. I think often because, you know, we want to be able to get all the information to the parents, to the students, and there's so much sometimes to complete in one class, that these things which are important to have a stretching break, a breathing break, for a minute, and it doesn't take so much from the class. And these are things which it's really, really useful to have this feedback from students as well in an appropriate way, so that we know as teachers what will help them to learn better. So that's a lovely point, and I'll definitely feed that back as well. Thank you. Thank you, your son. I'm sorry, I don't know your son's number, but no. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah for all of your feedback there. That's really, really helpful. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I can see that, mashallah, we have lots more students with their hands up, so I'm assuming it's parents that want to give us really, really good positive feedback. This has been so helpful for us as teachers to have this feedback from parents, because, you know, as a teacher, you need to know what's going on the other side of the screen, and so it's really, really helpful. So I appreciate all of the feedback you've given to us. Jazakumullah sanal jaza. Unfortunately, we are coming to the end of our class now, so I won't be able to hear any more feedback, but please do not hesitate to email us on our, I'll show you the email here, info@nqc.org.uk. Please do email us with your feedback. It really helps for us to improve our sessions for next time as well. So it's really, really helpful for us. So Jazakumullah to everybody that's given their feedback. For everybody else that hasn't had the chance today, please do email. Don't just keep your feedback to yourself. Let us know how we can improve and what we can add to help teach your children this amazing blessed book. So without taking any more of the time, if we can go to a student, please, so we can end our session with our final prayer, and then the class will be finished here. So if we can have our last student, please.
Yes, N6357.
N6357. Assalamu alaikum, N6357.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I'm just getting her. 1 second.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Samina. Pago, chalo.
Quickly run up, leaving.
What happened? Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Will you be able to do our final prayer for us today?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So if we can start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and then we'll start with the prayer. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellent. Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim.
Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim.
وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً
وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً.
Jazakumullah. If you can read the translation.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah, thank you so much. Jazakumullah to all of the parents and all of the students for all of your help and support in today's feedback session, parent-teacher meeting. And inshallah, we will see you all again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.